Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this special occasion, we will learn about the context. Okay, context clue. What is it? So, we will discuss it together. It's about guessing meaning from the context of the sentence or the context of situations in a text. Jadi mengira-ngira makna dari suatu kata yang tidak diketahui menggunakan context clue. So, let's discuss together. Confront with the text, language learners may be stuck by a shortage of vocabulary and inventory. So, sometimes we have lack of vocabulary. So, when reading, we don't understand some words from the text. Jadi ketika membaca, karena kekurangan kosakata yang kita miliki, dan ketika membaca sebuah teks, ada beberapa kata yang tidak kita pahami. Nah, dan kadang kita hanya memahami keseluruhannya saja, tapi bukan word by word. Atau ketika kata ini kita tidak mau tahu maknanya, so bisa mengurangi pemahaman kita dalam teks tersebut atau dalam kalimat tersebut. So, untuk mengetahuinya, so to know the meaning of the word, the first thing we can do is opening the dictionary, ya kan? Finding the meaning in the dictionary. But how about in the test atau in reading comprehension test that we could not open the dictionary to find the meaning of the word. So what should we do? Jadi kalau misal dalam reading test kita tidak bisa membuka dictionary, so we just can guess the meaning of the word. So one of the way is guessing meaning from the context. So kita bisa mendapatkan clue atau petunjuk-petunjuk dari context of the sentence, context of the situation in the text, and etc. So, context clue. What is it? Context is a word, a group of words or sentences that surround a noun words. Konteks adalah kata atau kelompok kata, kalimat yang berada di sekitar kata yang tidak kita ketahui maknanya. Jadi konteks yang kita pahami atau kita bahas di sini adalah kata, grup kata atau kalimat-kalimat yang berada di sekitar unknown words atau kata yang kita tidak tahu maknanya dari paragraf atau teks tersebut. So a context clue, then to know the meaning of this word, then we need some clues. Jadi ketika kita mau mengetahui maknanya, so we need some clues. So a context clue is a hint from the rest of the sentences or paragraph that helps you to understand the meaning. Jadi petunjuk yang ada dalam kata atau ada dalam beberapa kalimat dalam teks tersebut sehingga so that we can understand the meaning of the word. Okay? So then if we don't know the meaning of this word, we can see the sentence before or the sentence after the unknown word. Jadi pasti karena itu the word or sentence around the unknown word, then we can see the sentence before or the sentence after. Or another, not only about the sentence, but we can also look at the paragraph before or the paragraph after in the text, so that we can get better meaning from the unknown word. Guessing from context refers to the ability to infer the meaning of an expression using contextual clues. Jadi from the context clue, sometimes we don't exactly get the exact meaning from the word, but we can guess the meaning the meaning of the word from the clue around this word. So, kinds of clues. These clues may be purely linguistic or situational. What does it mean? The clue can be linguistic or situational. It is linguistic environment in which a word is used within a text. Jadi, konteks secara linguistik, secara kebahasaannya. Kebahasaannya maksudnya seperti apa? Example, kalau misal kalimatnya menggunakan past atau present atau future, menggunakan tenses itu, so we know that the meaning of this sentence or the meaning of this word is past, in the future, or in the present. So another, situational context. So it is extra linguistic elements that contribute to the construction of meaning. This may involve background knowledge of the subject. Jadi, selain linguistic context, ada situational context. Then we know atau there are construction of meaning. Ada makna-makna yang terbangun itu dari background knowledge of the subject of the sentence. Jadi kita bisa menghubungkannya secara experiential atau dari situasi yang kita pahami dan kita tahu. What this amount to is that a learner should be able to infer the meaning of an unknown word using the meaning of vocabulary items that surround it. Yang pertama, kita bisa mengetahui makna kalau satu kata itu dan kita mengetahui kata-kata lainnya dalam kalimat tersebut. Nah, itu bisa membantu kita. It help us to understand the meaning of the unknown word. So the way the word is formed. So it is linguistic context, which is it past, is it present, or is it future? Jadi dari situ we can find the meaning of the unknown word. Background knowledge of the subject and the situation, of course. So it is based on situational context that we should know the background knowledge of the subject of the text, subject of the sentence, and the situation. So here are. We will discuss, so we will know some clues or context clues that often we found in the text or in the sentence. Jadi, kita akan mempelajari beberapa clue atau petunjuk yang bisa kita gunakan when we want to find the meaning of the word. If we can open the dictionary and we just can guess the meaning from the context. The first is we can know sometimes in a text or in paragraph, so there will be the definition of a word. So we can know the meaning of the the meaning of the unknown word from the definition. So sometimes the writer helps the readers to know the unfamiliar meaning of the word by giving the definition of the word. So there will be kind of this word is or are called or define us, describe us, noun us, mean or which mean, and etc. For example, semantic is the study of meaning in language, while pragmatics is the study of how people use language in a social situation. So from this, there's a definition about semantic, the study of meaning in language. Then, kita tahu atau we can understand that semantic, the meaning of semantics is learning about the meaning. Okay, meaning of a word, meaning of a language, and etc. So, the another example. A highly refined extract of seaweed is called carrageenan. Dan kalimat sebelumnya itu kan menjelaskan definisi dari carrageenan. Jadi kita bisa mengetahui the meaning from carrageenan. So next, the first is definition. The second is restatement. Restatement is if we read it, it is sometimes similar to the definition. Okay, let's see. Some unknown words are probably restated by using another word which is more familiar to us. Jadi biasanya ada pengulangan pernyataan atau pengulangan lagi yang menunjukkan makna lain dari the unknown word. The signal words are as follow, or in the other words, that is to say, and etc. Example: a pseudonym or a pen name is used to hide the identity of a writer. Jadi di situ ada dua kata. Ada pseudonym and pen name. Nah, dari situ kita bisa tahu makna dari pseudonym adalah pen name, nama pena dari seorang penulis. So another, most member of the camel family are found in arid habitats. In other words, nah ada kata in other words, they are found in dry areas. Nah ada restating lagi, pengulangan pernyataan bahwa camel family itu bisa ditemukan di dry areas. It means arid habitats itu adalah dry area, area yang kering. So, the third is about the example. So we can know the meaning of the unknown word from the example. The example usually follows the expression like, such as, like, especially, for example, for instance, including, blah blah blah, and etc. So, for example, at night we sometimes saw some nocturnal animals, such as owls and bats. Nah, dari contohnya owls itu burung hantu. Lalu ada bat, kelelawar. Berarti nocturnal itu kalau owl dan bat itu adalah hewan yang hidup di malam hari. Berarti kita tahu kalau nocturnal itu maknanya adalah hewan yang ada di malam hari atau biasanya beraktivitas di malam hari. So, another example. Fabrics like cotton, silk, or polyester can be bought at many stores. Ada cotton, silk, or polyester, kita sering tahu itu, dan itu kind of fabric. Then we know the meaning of fabric is kain. Next, contrast or the opposite meaning, antonym. Nah, writers often clarify their discussion by showing how one thing differs from another. Jadi biasanya menjelaskan kembali dengan menunjukkan perbedaan antara satu hal itu dengan hal yang lainnya. By telling what something isn't. The signals that help locate contrasting. Oke, kata-kata yang biasa digunakan seperti but, however, although, where is, not, on the other hand, yet, and etc. So, example. Carlotte loves reading novels, but Bridge despises it. My sister thought the Arkansas was scintillating, but I thought it was very dull. Nah, from this, but, ada kata but, the contrast atau lawan kebalikannya. Then, kita bisa tahu bahwa scintillating itu the opposite of dull. Next, cause and effect. Cause and effect, sebab dan akibat. We also can know the meaning of the word from knowing or from understanding the cause and effect from the sentences. Writer may also use cause and effect relation to find the meaning of the unknown words. Nah, so kalimat atau ungkapan-ungkapan yang bisa ditemukan seperti because, consequently, so, therefore, and etc. Contoh, after a year in Scotland, she ran out of money. Therefore, she had to look for a job. Nah, therefore, maka dari itu, so this is the effect. She had to look for a job. So, penyebabnya apa? Kenapa dia harus mencari pekerjaan? She ran out of money. Ada money, berarti kalau kita we can analyze, dia harus mencari kerja, berarti she ran out, dia kehabisan uang. So, at the party, I saw Susan sitting by herself. Probably it was because she didn't feel like mingling with the other guests. Nah, sitting by herself berarti karena ada akibatnya. Karena ada alasannya tadi dia tidak dengan tamu-tamu yang lain. So, Susan sitting by herself. The next is about the inference. Sometimes context clues are not so clearly recognizable because they do not have clear signal. We must infer to determine the meaning of the unknown word. Jadi sometimes kadang juga selain clue-clue yang tadi sudah kita bahas, tapi sometimes kita juga tidak bisa menemukan makna tersebut berdasarkan clue-clue yang tadi. Then we have to infer by ourselves. We make the inference from the sentence or from the words in the text or in the sentence. Example. My neighbor is so affluent that he can afford an expensive sports car every year. So, here the so adjective so jadi. Nah, jadi ada kesimpulan di situ bahwa my neighbor is so affluent. Nah, kenapa kok bisa menyimpulkan seperti itu? He can afford an expensive sport cars. Jadi dia bisa membeli sport car yang mahal. Berarti affluent di sini we can infer that the meaning of affluent is rich. So I'll show you some other example. Okay, this one. Numerous creatures, humans included, are largely diurnal. That is, they like to come out during the hours of sunlight. Nah, diurnal, ada a noun wordnya, itu yang yellow, the yellow one. So, there is the definition about diurnal in the sentence. They like to come out during the hours of sunlight. Mereka keluar kalau dalam sunlight, dalam waktu yang terang. So, diurnal means that animals or sometimes humans usually came out in the daytime. Berarti di siang hari seperti itu. Kalau tadi nocturnal di malam hari. So, other example. The average urban residents, for example, rises at the eye-blurring time of 6:04 a.m., which researchers believe to be far too early. Nah, di situ ada a noun wordnya adalah roses. Waktunya ada time and key hint. Kata kuncinya the researcher believed too far early. Nah, kata kerja roses itu kita maknai apa? Kita tidak tahu maknanya. At the eye blurring time. Tapi karena ada di situ waktunya 6.4 and ada following sentence-nya. Which researcher believed to be far too early. Ada kata too early. Then we can guess Roser means gets up or wake up. Other example, it's about the synonym. John was infuriated when he heard that he wouldn't be on the team. After all his hard work and effort, he had ever been so angry. Nah, jadi penjelasan misal yang ditanyakan adalah makna infuriated. Lalu di belakangnya bisa kita baca kalimat selanjutnya. Nah, itu ada when he heard bla 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 bla. After all. Nah, after all setelah semuanya, so it can be inference. Ya kan, menyimpulkan he had ever been so angry. He had never been so angry. Then infuriated has the same meaning as angry. Very angry. So, the lush vegetation was so beautiful in contrast to opposite meaning. Contrast. In contrast to the parched environment of the surrounding desert. Nah, the key phrase in contrast to shows that the two unknown words are opposite when looking at the whole sentence. You get a very good understanding of the meaning. Jadi, ketika kita tahu ada in contrast to, berarti kan ada dua makna atau dua kata yang berlawanan di situ. So, if the unknown word meaning is part, then kita bisa lihat kalimat sebelumnya itu lush vegetation. Dan begitu pun sebaliknya. So that's all about the context clue or guessing meaning from the context clue. Guessing meaning of a word from the context clue. Then hope this is very useful for you. See you next time and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.